Hi guys, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with an update for my A to Z project Pan. This is a PANtastic Ladies collab and it was created by Jessica and Amanda. For this project, you had to take the alphabet, and I chose the American alphabet because that's where I live in the United States. I chose the American alphabet and you had to assign products to each letter of the alphabet. However you felt fit that. So I'm here to go over my products with you. Most of them are eyeshadows, and most of them, I will tell you, I did not really do that well at all. So let's get started. I'll start with the first shadow. This is in the shade Adorable. This was something that I depotted from it was a mineral pigment from Unique, and I pressed it instead of it being like a loose powder into this pan. This is for the letter A. It's called Adorable, and it went from 2.20 to 2.16. So I did make some movement on that one, so I'm proud about that. The next shade that I had was also from Unique. It was a loose powder that I pressed into a pan, and this is in the shade Beautiful for the letter B. And this went from 2.56 to 2.55. So not much movement on this one. Did much better with Adorable. The third shade I had, same thing. It was the loose pigment. I put it into a pan, pressed it into a pan, and this is in the shade Confident. This is for the letter C, and it went from 2.71 to 2.69. So not a lot of movement on that one either. The next product that I chose was for the letter D, and this is the Drunk Elephant Melting Cleanser, the cleansing balm, and this went from 39.19 to 36.05. I've used quite a bit of it. I use it when I'm traveling, and now also I finished up my cleansing balm from Bare Minerals, so now I'll be exclusively working on that balm, and so it should go fairly fast. I wouldn't be surprised if it was almost used up by the end of the month. Oops. Okay, next for the letter E, I chose the Unique Single Shadow in the shade Exhilarated. It's a really pretty creamy shade. This did not change in weight though. I've been using other creamy shades instead. Then I had the color Fishy from ColourPop. This went from, or no, this stayed the same as well. This looks like it's gray or something in the pan, but it's like, I don't know if you can see that. It's like a greeny, see that? It's like a greeny, bluey, teal. It's really pretty, but if you've been around watching my channel for a little bit, you'll know that I don't wear blue eyeshadow. So I need some recommendations on how to franken them, because I have a couple of blue shades in this project that I want to franken and make into maybe like grays or something else. I don't even know. The next shade I have is also from Unique, and it was a loose pigment, and I repressed it, and this is the shade Gorgeous. I made a huge change in this pan. This went from 2.41 to 2.38. I will say though, it is a little bit crumbly because it is pressed into a pan, and I've lost a little bit of it, but not much, but still I use that quite often. The next shade, same thing. This was a loose pigment that I repressed into a pan. This is in the shade Heartbroken for the letter H, and this stayed the same weight. Two more that, well actually one more right now, from the wet palette from ColourPop. This is for the letter I, and this is in the shade I'm Chillin'. It's another blue shade, and this did not change in weight at all either. I depotted this. Next up, I have an empty, and I don't have it with me because it's in my empties bin and that's put away and I didn't get it out. But it is the Journey for J Journey Hair Care Mask. It's the hydration mask, and I was not a fan of it. I said last update, I think, that I just wanted to get it out of my collection. I really didn't like it. Then for letter K, I had the Becca BFF's Bronze Blush and Glow palette. It was for the Chloe and Malika face palette. I decluttered that to my sister, so that's out of my collection. The next product I have is also from the wet palette. I depotted it. This is from the ColourPop wet palette For the letter L, this is in the shade LOL, I'm Crying, and this is the shade. It's really pretty, but again, it's like a blue, and I just don't wear blue, so I need help. What do I do with it? I know I can use it as liner, da-da-da-da-da. I'll never finish it that way. But anyway, that is that one, and that did not change in weight either. Then I have another unique single shadow. This is in the shade Manipulative, and you can see pan in the middle. It's not shiny because it's like covered a little bit, but there's a hole right there in the middle. I'm super excited. This is for the letter M, and it went from 4.7 to 4.69 grams. So I'm super excited at the progress that I made with that one. Then up, I have the product for the letter N. This is the Clove and Hallow Hydra Tint. It's like a, it's a liquid blush, and I did not use this at all, so it stayed the same. I'm working on another liquid blush, right? Not liquid, but another non-powder blush. I'm working on a few, so that one just is taking the back seat. Then I have two more single eyeshadows. One is more of a creamy shimmer, and this is in the shade Optimistic. This is also from Unique, and I'm getting a good dip on in there, but not a ton of progress yet. 5.10 to 5.09. And then I also have the shade Pessimistic, which the pan is getting a little larger. I use this quite a bit. There is no shimmer to it, and it's more of just a flat cream shade that I use in my brow bone and on the side toward the inner corner because I do get blue there. And that went from 4.2 to 4.18. So I did make some progress in that one as well. Then for the letter Q, I have the Stila Shimmer and Glow, and this is in the shade Vivid Smoky Quartz. It's a really pretty, like browny taupey shade, almost like bronze or coppery. And this went from 33.87 to 33.80. So I do use this on my lower lash line almost every time I do my shadow, and then I put like a powder over it to set it. For the letter R, I have my Ofra bronzer duo in the shade River. This is Samantha March's collab. My goal is to wear off the pattern, and this went from 90.64 to 90.61. I am also trying to wear off the pattern of another bronzer in my collection, so I'm going back and forth between the two. Next shadow that I have up is for the letter S, and that is my, oh, I almost had a catastrophe. This is my Makeup Geek single shadow in the shade Shimma Shimma. There is no change on this one either. I really have sucked at using some of these single shadows this month. Then I have the shade Thickums. This is for the letter T. It's also from the ColourPop Wet Palette, and I depotted it. This has no change in weight either. Did not use it. You actually have to use your products in order to see weight go down. Then I have my, for the letter U, Ulta Beauty Matte Liquid Lipstick, and this is in the shade Nude Pink, and this went from 8.6 to 8.58, so I'm super excited about that. So it did go down a little bit. Then I have the Crabtree and Evelyn Sweet Almond Oil Body Lotion. I went from up there and originally down to here. I'm not the biggest fan of this scent. It's very, very sweet. I bring it to work so that like maybe my coworkers will use it, and I do use it at my desk, but I also find that it's very drying, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I may mix it with an Aveeno lotion to get it a little thicker and dilute the scent, but right now I'm just going to suffer through and use it at work. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's definitely not something I would repurchase. And that was for the letter V. That went from 544 to 484.76 grams. Then for the letter W, I have my Windmere Stress Relief Roller Ball. This smells okay. It smells fine. I keep this at work as well. This went from 3.25 to 30.25 to 30.12. And I just finished panning another roller ball, so this one will take precedent next. And then finally for the letter X, I have my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Cottage Cheese. And here it is right here. Not a ton of movement. It did go from 9.7 centimeters to 9.5. And if you can see, it went down to that line. So, you know, pretty good. I used it a couple of times as a primer for my lids, and I think it did a really good job. And then the last two products have been empties. Y, I had a unique setting spray that's out of my collection. And then for Z, I had my Zion Health Clay Dry deodorant, and I decluttered that. I did not like that at all. And all of a sudden I have turned red, and I don't know why. That's weird. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like me, please consider subscribing. I'm doing a small giveaway once I get to 100 subscribers. And I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. I'll talk with you soon.